So, with the Sumeru update, this is Tom, also known as Silverfin, and we'll be carrying on where we left off. Had some connection issues earlier that cut the live stream short, so we're going to finish up what we were doing there. It would also be handy if I could figure out what opens this, actually. Probably that. Mark it for later. I've sort of wandered off a bit between the last stream ending and now to collect items for leveling up Tinari, who is now at level 40, but I'm a bit short on materials to get him. No, he's level 50 now, but I'm short on materials to get him any higher. So we're going to head back over here. And see where the story goes. When we last left off, Rana was suffering the after effects of entering a withering zone, which, again, don't affect people with visions, which makes me wonder, well, it doesn't affect people who have elemental power, so are people with elemental power just naturally hardier? Or is there something specific about withering zones and how they interact with the elements?
Shine down!
Just go ahead and...
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Take this out. Aggravate reaction increases the damage dealt by Electro and Dendro when you quicken an enemy, and then you can aggravate with lightning to increase lightning damage, or you can aggravate with Dendro to cause spread, which increases Dendro damage.
Spring forth! Get out of here! Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Right, now what's the way in here again? I think it is just down here somewhere. It's the problem with misreading the quest text and teleporting halfway across the map. Not 100% sure how I get to that underground bit again. I'm not going to explore this now, but I'm going to open it so that we can teleport back. Staying focused this time. Main story all the way, and the side quest that we're currently on. I think down here's the way to go. I hope. Just, Huh. Again, these things are adorable. And I have discovered the hard way that they can also be very hostile sometimes. So, careful with that.
Propagate!
Ah, last one's over there.
Propagate!
Another test.
Shine down! Go in!
Get as much damage out as possible here. There we go. Okay. Is it just there? Is there like a way in under the cliff? Because I approached from that direction, so it shouldn't be that hard to spot if there is a way under through there.
I could get used to this.
Maybe if I start from somewhere closer to the village? And just sort of... So I've been all around this hill at this point. I hope I don't have to look it up. Because I was there. I was there and I've gotten myself lost. Can't grapple when you're in the water. Good to know. And I did need more of these, so I suppose it's not a total loss that I've gotten lost. The battle theme is so good though.
Scatter!
Just put some water on it.
Riptide!
There is no escape!
Propagate!
And maybe... Oh, fuck. This looks right. Yeah, no, this looks a lot closer to...
Time to go to work.
Scatter!
Shine down! Now you shall
Just
perish!
do a quick and aggravate combo here. For massive damage.
Testing my patience.
Germinate!
We'll meet again.
That's a very fun elemental skill. Okay, is it maybe... This might be a little far off course. Gonna start heading in the same direction as it at least and see if I can't get inside from down here. Yeah, this is looking right.
Another test.
Scatter!
There is no escape.
Treasure hoarders in the Fatui. Find them everywhere.
I got killed.
You're mine. Who's next?
Should replace my hammer.
Off we go.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
That's what I call treasure.
Still looking forward to seeing what we'll need the Dendro sigils for this time. I'm back here again. Okay, well that's not necessarily a bad
Adventure
thing.
time.
It might just be... Oh, down here maybe. It's on the last stage of the quest and I just...
Adventure time.
Oh, I think this is the right direction at last. So let's finish this quest and get back to the main story already. It does beg the question what the Fatui were doing here though, because they ambushed us around here on the way in. And the only things in here were the Withering Zone and Eotham. Huh. Actually, but what is Marana? The Withering? Yeah, what was the bubble you were in? Actually, even more things we don't quite understand yet. You need to get some rest. She's gonna die here, isn't she?
Adventure time.
Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe just once. Just because she's raising all kinds of death flags, maybe just once she'll live, someone will live. It might subvert expectation. Alfonso still makes me suspicious.
Off we go.
Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but the Fatui seem to recognise his name somehow. Oh dear. Yeah, elemental tracers. Probably not left by Lana, to be honest, because she didn't have a vision, so how would she be leaving elemental tracers? That said, I also have my doubts that it's something malicious, because... Ouch.
Get out of here!
That could have gone better.
Everybody stand back!
Of course, burning as an effect has gotten a lot more powerful now because of... These are the ability to apply dendro to things, which means you can make a lot of things burn that originally wouldn't. Ah, she's in a bubble. Calorie that can resist the corruption. Oh. We finally get to speak to them. Yep. Oh no. You are the child of the dandelion, always travelling. Wow, they see right through us. It is almost a tongue twister. Bija. What is that? How do we get there? Go to where the water comes from and then sing. I mean, it did attract whopper flowers the last time we did that, but sure. Oh. Oh, they have a whole dream world. We have musical instruments. Damn it. Okay, well this is intriguing and I'll definitely come back to work out what's going on here, but for now I think it's best we go back to the actual main story a little. Because it's high time we visited Sumeru City. Common Sumeru dishes are all new to us. Ooh, butter chicken. About time.
Did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device.
Interesting.
Perhaps you two have
I
heard
thought
of the
they'd guard
Akasha
that more
before.
carefully.
It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. Research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most used an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
There we go. Oh, Paimon's actually wearing her own.
Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha.
That is
And with
tremendously
that,
cool.
let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try.
There's going to be no useful information, I'm sure.
500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Surasthana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted.
Yeah.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Yeah, what will we ask it? Okay, the Akasha doesn't unconditionally respond. It imparts knowledge based on...
Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer or something.
Knowledge is managed as a resource in Sumeru. That makes sense. So the Akasha also
Paimon's getting all
carries
teary-eyed
emotion,
all of
not
a
just...
sudden. It feels like the
not just
people of
knowledge.
Sumeru really miss their Archon.
Yeah, people don't seem to know a lot about Kusanali. And that's actually really strange.
You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended.
I wonder if the
He's from
Akasha
Sumeru,
can double as a sat nav
even
and tell
has
us
a
where he is.
position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh,
So the core of 30 are keeping the peace in Sumeru, rather than them having their own guards. I suppose that makes sense. And if they have such a strong mercenary tradition in Sumeru, it would make sense. It
Are you
would explain
Holly?
some of it.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Kainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Seems Tainari has been criticizing your work recently, eh?
This is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see. Oh, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
That's the same problem we had.
You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
Yeah.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Your depressing advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
Oh, you collect gossip. That's what you meant by you have a knack for gathering information.
Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who?
Of course.
Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
Time to speak to Catherine of Sumeru, who is the same as Are they the same person? Are they a robot? Probably. Will they ever give us a straight answer? Probably not. Brown hair, blue and purple dress. That'll be important later, I'm sure.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
Oh, she's wearing a Akasha terminal too.
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Unless Catherine knows someone who might know.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two.
Called
In
it.
Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence.
Sounds kind of
An
perfect.
Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Probably some backstory involving 30 men
Supposedly,
making some brave
they are
stand.
named as
30
such
men and
because
women.
their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd
Asfand
like
would
to
be
get in
perfect,
contact with him,
sounds like. For
you can
this.
find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Okay, where's
You're
that?
welcome. I wish you two the best of luck.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Catherine's definitely a robot. Just the way she speaks, the way she discusses relevant information and personal memory, it just feels like that's what they're going for. I could be completely wrong.
This new shipment of items, they're also...
Trust me.
What do you sell? Can't do anything there. Ah.
This new shipment of items, they're also...
Okay, so there's definitely stuff we just can't do yet. Alchemical divination. According to legend, alchemical divination was created by Lesser Lord Kusanali. Valuable information if true. Petsalas. Oh, this is the place. And this is where the reputation for Sumeru is. For doing reputation quests.
The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you.
So who would
We
have
originally
access to
came
more
from
info?
the desert. The gods there died off long ago.
Like the Scarlet
Since those
King?
days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
It's the impression we've been getting.
Why's that?
That's for sure.
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugudevada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugudevada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Who wouldn't? It sounds like nobody
Well,
cares
who
about
knows?
her.
We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
You don't happen to know anyone who would know more information, right? Unless...
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need
And
to
the
know
Akasha is
about it.
causing people to become
We've been
complacent.
asking for information non-stop ever since
That
we got
could
to
be.
Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems.
That could be a problem.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
Oh,
Who are you?
how convenient.
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Tell us, we need the lore.
It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, Since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Okay, where do we find you?
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
She's scared
It
of
looks
something.
like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? Ugh, this stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now!
Okay, but let's not
Let's see
antagonize
if we can
them.
get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
We don't want to piss off someone
you two seen a
important.
brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're
From the
looking for
notice
her.
board, it's her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Point the wrong way, point the wrong
Yeah,
way.
she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Yeah. We can catch up with her in no time, I'm sure.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me.
Why though?
Oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right,
Might buy us
let's
some time.
move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Ooh. So Dia's here.
My lady,
and
who are
connected
these
to
two?
her.
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady.
And she has
Even
pirate
though
vision.
I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles.
Respectable.
That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
There's a lot of
My
background
lady,
here that we don't know
Are you sure
about.
what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Surprisingly reasonable.
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure.
Sure, after you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Just can't beat the atmosphere here.
Just an aside, I love the design of this tavern. It's really nice. Jafar the Researcher. Yeah, take care of yourself.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll pay for our own food.
We're paying for ourselves now? Aw,
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
they look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
That really is a
Hey,
first.
come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what What made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro-Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But, can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro-Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness.
Kusanali?
In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
I suppose it would make sense.
But that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Yeah, we should tag along. The Sabzeruz Festival sounds like the perfect opportunity to get more information,
but of course.
really.
Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
I am curious if the tavern owner has any recipes. Ooh. Grilled fish and pita. That sounds delicious. Might just steal that next time I do some cooking. There we go. Gotta have some recipes. Gonna have to come back and check out the whole tavern later, because there's definitely more stuff to explore upstairs. Oh, what makes you laugh? I can get behind that. Gonna take 5 minutes here, and when we get back we will go to the Grand Bazaar and see what's going on with the Sabzeruz Festival. See you shortly. And we're back. Before we carry on with the main quest, we are just going to pull off the weapon banner again, because, again, the Hunter's Path just looks so damn good. I gotta try. Ooh, another bell. That's pretty handy. And another Beta? Okay, that's a surprisingly good pull. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. That's great. Just go ahead and upgrade her constellation. C6 Beta. Fantastic. That's great. Okay. And if I go to, I believe Noelle has the bell equipped. I'm gonna just go ahead and refine that. Which apparently I've just been forgetting to do like a dumbass this whole time. So, let's just max that out. Because I like the damage and shield boost. And the HP is nice too. Anyway. Back to the actual story. We've got a Grand Bazaar to visit. And a Lesser Lord Kusanali to find, and hopefully they're doing okay. Because it sure seems like the people of Sumeru don't care that much. Okay, what is this place? Ah, okay, so it's like a stock exchange sort of deal. Okay. And this is where the rep thing is. I'm guessing it's gonna be like, oh, this isn't available yet. I'm very much liking the music that's playing here inside Sumeru City. It's kind of giving me like Lord of the Rings Shire vibes. Might be a stretch, but it's just the feeling I get. There we go. While I'm here, I am going to have a little snoop around. Yeah, what is going on? Oh, and this is the Academia building. Okay. Oh, nice. So, what are Omerta? Okay, biology. Followed Greater Lord Richard of Arta to cultivate the rainforest. They're colour-coded green. Illuminationism and the stars. Blue, astronomy and astrology. Spantamata elementalism, the study of elemental reactions and changes. They examine ley lines and they have a lot of travelling scholars called Drioche. They're red. This is the thing I really wanted to know. I wanted to know how the academia was broken up. I was quite curious how that was set up. Haravatat, semiotics, language and writing, black outfits, linguistics and rune studies. How about Vahumana? Aetiology? The source and makeup of knowledge and its nature. Rejection and reflection of the theories of the Scarlet King. Social sciences, history and sociology, yellow. And Shashrawar? I'm going to butcher these pronunciations and I am sorry. Technology, they manufactured propulsion mechanisms originally, and their colour code is white. They do architectural and mechanical skills. Okay, I think I can get the hang of that eventually. I will explore academia properly a bit later, because I've got a story to do. We've been to the top, now let's drop right down to the bottom. There she is.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Well, truthfully no, but...
Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sabzerus Festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
What are you planning? Okay, let's do this.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely.
Why are the academia such
Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sabzerus festival anymore.
Oh,
Thank the
possibly the one word, they're quite elitist, I guess.
But the more she gave us,
We hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilou, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon
So
the
the Goddess
grass,
of Flowers isn't the same as the Greater Lord.
beautiful Padisaras began to
Rukkhadevata.
bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
So the Goddess of Flowers and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata aren't the same person. I thought they were, so
Huh? Really?
that's good information.
Oh, you probably mean because all the gods in this story are no longer alive. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilou, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Padisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Padisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just two real Padisaras on the stage. So,
Sorry about
Traveler
the
and
background
Paimon,
noise.
what do you think? Interested in the Sub-Zeros festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Yeah, I just hope the academia don't fuck it up.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Lord White.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sub-Zeros festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Yeah, can't hurt. You might stumble into something useful. Swoof.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander?
Well,
Did you know that
pretty
the
much.
Sub-Zeros festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Knight of Flowers, eh?
Ah, dancing at the Sub-Zeros festival. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the Goddess of Flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Yeah. Something just rubs me the wrong way about the way the Academia are treating people who don't align with their worldview.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the Academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
You do have a softer side. I won't tell anyone.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Huh. What we got here? The Merchant of Ormos and The Legend of the Knight of Flowers by Nilo. Show has been approved by the Academia, but
Milu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the Goddess of Flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the Goddess of Flowers herself.
Don't have a lot of information, but it's still...
Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
Rare to see Catherine outside of the Adventurers Guild.
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, and you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
It's all about the journey.
Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
I guess when she's
Hey,
off duty,
traveler.
she's a lot
Paimon.
less formal.
Oh, hey Dia, what's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan! Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia!
Yeah, let's do that. It is just here after all. Need to go back and look through the bazaar more though.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible.
I wonder why that
Let's
is.
cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord. Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
We've been introduced.
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for more info.
No kidding. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Huh. Okay, why?
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Oh, so there's going to be a lot to do in Port Ormos. That's quite handy. You know, we haven't tried going to the Sanctuary of Surasthana. Maybe there'll be something to find there. But for now, this is where I'm going to end the live stream for today. Thanks to everyone watching this, and see you next time.